Welcome to day 4 of our Wellness Bootcamp for quarantine. Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Minke. This is Minke Wellness, and we have our skill building opportunity here. We're kind of at home doing our quarantine staycation, maybe not working as much. For us anyway, we're off work entirely in terms of we're not doing our massage practice. And so, I know some people are working from home. A lot of people are working, and I really honor those people who are out there working, the healthcare workers and the people like the delivery people and the people who do the garbage and all the rest of this. They're working hard. They're still working while we're hanging out. So, but we owe it to ourselves and to the issue at hand, right? To work on wellness, to be more well, figure this thing out, so that we don't have to be a burden on the medical system, right? I mean, that's convenient. That's better for us anyway. But if you want to do it for the team, then don't be a burden on the medical system. If you do get this thing, have it be a minor thing, and have your body be so healthy and so good that you don't need to be burdening the system with being on a ventilator and all the rest of that stuff. Okay, and so are there things that you can do that would improve your chances? Well, I think being better in breathing, right? Knowing how to breathe, opening up your airways, opening up your whole chest and your breathing capacity, it can only be a good thing. I mean, I don't have any scientific evidence that it's going to help you with the coronavirus, but I don't see how being crunched down and having your respiratory system be compromised is going to help you. Especially if we're talking about a respiratory virus that ends up fibrotic and shutting down and closing down airways. Well, obviously, the more airspace we have, the better off we're going to be, okay? So let's look at that. What can we do? What are some of the things that we can do? What actions, what skills can we build that can improve our breathing, our literal breathing? And so we'll talk also about some essential oils that are in our kit here that can help us with breathing. So let's talk about breathing first in terms of breathing, that our posture can affect our breathing. And how many of us are sitting on the phone, on the computer, all, like with our, pelvis rocked back, and I'm sitting here crunch, crunch, tippy, 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 tippy on my phone. And that's definitely not helping my chest volume, my breath volume, right? And so the difference, and I'm going to have you, the reason I've got the video vertical and I'm back up here is I want to show you the body position of the pelvis, right, is going to make a difference to the shape of the chest. If I want my chest supported, right, then I have to have my pelvis more tilted forward. As the pelvis tilts backward, right, this is the pelvis tilting backward, then I end up slumping. I end up down here and I can't breathe because I'm collapsing the diaphragm and the whole chest is pushing down against the diaphragm. So there's a lot of factors. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole month 1 of the wellness program, the While Wellness program. You can go and binge watch those videos if you want to, but there's a couple videos that are going to be more relevant we'll put links to in the blog. But this one here, the body position makes a big difference to the support for the diaphragm. So we want the pelvis more forward, right? And that gives this support. So that's the first thing, is watch your posture. Feel what it feels like. Sit all slumped and then take a deep breath versus roll the pelvis forward, have support for your chest. Now take a deep breath. Right? I mean, you get to feel how much more volume you get if you change your posture. So posture does affect your volume, and volume is what's going to be important if we're dealing with a compromise to our respiratory system from a virus or something like that, right? So this makes sense to help us improve that. There's also some benefit that, you get the pec muscles that come and attach at the sternum. So some massage and stretching of the pec muscles, right? I can do this stretch here where I can bring my arm back and stretch across here, and bring my arm back, stretch across here. I can do some massage, right? And get the circulation going. And this really ties in to our wellness strategy, right? The wellness strategy of stop poisoning ourselves, flood the body with nutrients, and manage our stress. If we're talking about that in the context of the respiratory system, flood the respiratory system with nutrients. In this case, open it up, give it space, right? The nutrients here would be space. I know that kind of stretches the term, but the circulation would definitely be nutrients. We need circulation, water to get to the lungs. If I'm sitting here all cramped down and tight, and you can see the tension in the neck, and I'm all stressed, then I'm not getting good circulation to my lungs. The lungs, the literal organs that are the lungs, need to get that circulation. So massage, getting in there and massaging the muscle tissue and open up the sternum. This is the bone right here that runs, that the ribs connect to. This is, it's about this long here on me, but you can massage that, right? So just getting some pressure here, massaging up, and then out the ribs. So just getting some of that loosened up, stretching. Inhale with the chest coming forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, right, opening up. So inhale with a stretch. Exhale to come down. Inhale with a stretch, and that just gives the participation of the spine as part of that. That's what we call whole body breathing, or arcing, from the aston-patterning model, and I have a video on that. So there's some other things we can apply. So that's the kind of flood the body with nutrients, flood the respiratory system with nutrients, but there's also the part one of the wellness strategy is stop poisoning the respiratory system. So let's be really, really careful here. Let's talk. I know it's not a favorite topic. I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, but synthetic fragrances and the chemicals that these have been crafted, these chemicals that are in the plugins and the fragrance devices, those are designed for fragrance to last. If you notice that essential oils, when you put them in the air, and they kind of dissipate very quickly and they don't last. So there's something seriously wrong with, in other words, these compounds have been crafted chemically to stick and to coat and create that lasting fragrance, which is not good. That's not what we want. That stuff getting in the brain, causing inflammation to the respiratory system. So no plug-ins, no candles. Get rid of all that stuff, okay? And even the candle itself, even if it's a non-fragrance candle, you're burning paraffin typically, and the paraffin smoke that comes off that has been shown to decrease air quality in the home significantly just from one little candle. So forego the candles unless you have no power, right? I mean, candles would be limited to, just short occasions and no power type situation. Not if you're just burning a candle recreationally, maybe this is not a time to do that. Unless you're opening the windows, right? Because it's nice, fresh spring air. Okay, so get the plugins out. Get the synthetic fragrances out of your life. And if you haven't done that, please do that. At least do that for these couple weeks and see what it does to your overall inflammation level, overall headaches and things like that, and the amount of inflammation in your respiratory system. Inflammation is going to be a big enemy if you get this virus. And so you definitely want to have your body already well under control in the context of inflammation. So there's a couple of things like the Young Living supplement, the sulfurzyme supplement, very, very helpful in maintaining healthy inflammation. A good product that I would want to have on hand and be taking now would be this would be a good time. If you haven't started taking sulfurzyme, this would be a good time to do it. So let's talk about essential oils. We've got our starter kit, our premium starter kit here, and the oil blend we're going to talk about today is, or in this case a blend, it's Raven, okay, Raven. So if you want something to put in the air and to freshen up the air, and maybe put some Raven, put 5 or 10 drops of Raven in your diffuser and diffuse that and get that fragrance out in the air. Now this is a blend. It's got Raven Sara in it. Now I don't remember what all is in it. I should have looked that up before. But it's got an oil called Raven Sara, but it's also got wintergreen in here, which makes it very, very penetrating. Let's see. The blend is camphor, lemon. Can't read that. Is it really? Lemon, wintergreen, and peppermint. Camphor, lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and eucalyptus radiata. So a fantastic blend. Eucalyptus and Raven Sara, both very, very good for the respiratory system. Peppermint, wintergreen, very very opening to the respiratory system. Both of those are excellent for that. And you know, you got lemon in there with for extra immune boosting power. That's really good. So it has a wonderful aroma. It has that peppermint wintergreen combo, so it kind of has that muscle rub kind of smell to it. And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the chest. And now again, you can put this in the diffuser, and it's a great diffuser blend. Put it in the air, keeps the respiratory system open. But I'm going to use this as part of a massage. Now massage, like I just mentioned, massage can really help with the tension in the shoulders, tension in the pecs and the arms. All this tension could be affecting our breathing, and that's important to get that to open up. And so one of the things is massage can really help with that. So and essential oils enhance massage tremendously. So I'm going to put 4 or 5 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do this, rub this along the collarbone and down the sternum, okay? And sorry for the display, but I just want to show you massage. And so I'm running that along the collarbone here, outward, and getting that pec muscle to let go. And I'm going to do that again from the sternum. I'm rubbing outward, just a little bit of self-massage, and the lymph will flow into the armpit here, so I can go around that shoulder. And so that's that already. I can feel that tingle. I can feel, and of course it's wafting up, so I'm breathing that. And just if you're doing this with me, feel now this. I've done this side here. I haven't done this side yet. Feel what that little bit of massage has done to just open up. It's like, oh my gosh, wow, that really feels noticeable to me. This whole side is much more open. And just from how much, 2 minutes of massage, not even. So I'm going to do 5 drops on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 10 drops invested into this process. And so again, I'm going to do same kind of thing where I've got the sternum. I'm rubbing the sternum here with the oil, and then I'm going to run that oil down the collarbone with I'm putting a little pressure in there for that massage effect. I'm trying to get the pec muscle to relax, to get a little bit of massage effect on the pec muscle and rub it out. And the oil just enhances that massage so good, so well. Okay, so that's our little bit of tools for today. We've got to learn how to breathe, mechanics of breathing. Exhale first. If you want to get a deep breath, I didn't do that, but let's do that. Exhale first. Exhale. Inhale. So you get exhale first, blow all that old air out, and then you bring in the new air. So it's a great way to get a deeper breath and feel the depth of it. Now that we've got that oil in there, you can actually feel the oil come in and help with the opening up the lungs. So it's a great feeling. You can feel it working already, so really potent. We're going to do a little bit of massage. I talked about how we're sitting. Are we all crunched down? Are we sitting more up, with the pelvis more oriented properly? And then of course we want to maintain. We'll keep our wellness strategy. Stop poisoning. Don't do anything that's going to hurt the respiratory system. Get rid of those candles and plug-ins and synthetic fragrances and all the rest of that stuff. And then we'll flood the body with nutrients. In this case, get those oils into the lungs. Get the massage, get the circulation going, okay? So all that is going to be helpful, okay? Happy wellness one day at a time.